Welcome back to State of the Nation, where we are bringing you the exclusive opinion poll, the CNN, IBN, Hindustan Times survey by CSDS, which is supported by the Foundation for Democratic Reforms in India. The theme of our State of the Nation on the eve of Republic Day is democracy and governance. Let's now focus on the police and to the main findings. How many people feel satisfied after dealing with the police? 41% say they have bribed the police. Also, 49% people who were victims felt satisfied with the police. 46% people who were accused feel satisfied with the police. 68% people who went to the police for paperwork feel satisfied with the police. Why do people hesitate to go to the police? 22% people said that the community resolved the problem. That's a high figure there. 22% said community resolved the problem. 19% said police complicates matters. 17% feel that the police is unfair. Not a bad result. Well, the bad result is the 41% saying corrupt, which is one in two saying corrupt.
You know what? We need to go a little more deeper into the survey. First of all, Sagrika, I would think this kind of a national survey should also become state surveys. We need to do little state surveys and see which state is leading in what. I think that will be an eye-opener, because all state police standards are quite varying. Some, like the so-called Bimaru states and other states, I think there's a great difference. How will Delhi police compare with Bihar? And how does UP police compare with Kerala? How does J&K perceptions compare with Maharashtra? I think these people of the state also need to know where does the state police. So why should not these be, let's say, university sponsored or corporate houses sponsored? You got a national survey, it's a great initiative. I'm biggest propagator for state service, which I wish the Bureau of Police Research and Development had regularly done. Right. But it doesn't do. Right. So you've taken this initiative, full marks to you. Let's move on next year, even to do state service, to see which state police has shown most corrupt. Where is the satisfaction of which state and why?
And then deal with it at that level, at a micro level. In fact, let me put another important question to Ashok Desai. Ashok Desai, police reforms, of course, is the big thing we're talking about now. It's come up before the Supreme Court. It is seen as the major challenge before India. It's seen as why we could not stave off terrorism. But is the police reform law, as it's being proposed, unrealistic? It's proposing too much autonomy to policemen, which a politician will never give. In a situation like this, is it important to hasten slowly to actually implement smaller reforms first before going for the big ticket complete autonomy, which no politician is going to give?
No, I'm glad you mentioned terrorism in the context. You know, one of the problems which we have is that law and order is a state subject, and each state seems to regard it as some sort of a grace and favor.
Which is why politicians won't give up control.
Quite right. Therefore, two things have to be done. One, terrorism requires, first of all, an all-India response and a federal response, which means that law and order will now have to shift to the concurrent list. This is a very important change, where the states would be reluctant, whatever lip service they pay to a unified system of fighting terror.
So if the politicians are not going to do it, what are the reforms that can be made realistically?
No, but you have to give certain autonomy. You look at the instance of Uttar Pradesh, which was mentioned. Virtually every state, every chief minister, and I am not pointing out at any particular one because everyone shares that distinction, moves inspectors generals of police as if they are toys to be trifled with. And if you find somebody who doesn't accept your point of view, you remove him within